Hey, how's it going? I'm Nick Gaska and welcome back to I Can Do That DIY for another doll repaint video. Today I'm going to be customizing Honey, the doll that I designed and created myself. Alright, let's jump right in. Today's video is a collab for Halloween 2023. In this collab we have Moonlight Jewel, Dollumentary, Enchanterium, HAli Crafts, Hisnameisakin, the Dolly Geek, Valkitty's World, Mr. Super Customs, Electric Bunny, Kyro's Workshop, Feral Dolls, and myself. As you can see, this collab's pretty big. I'm super excited to get started. But before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest projects. Also, make sure to follow my Instagram accounts. The Honey Doll Instagram will have any updates or any special news for Honey. If you haven't already checked out the website, go check it out. www.thehoneydoll.com. There are a bunch of different options for Honey on the website for you to explore. You can customize your own Honey as well as order individual parts. The shop also has a new update. Starting now, I'll be selling some of my older dolls to make some room on my shelves for some new dolls. Alright, now let's get to the project. The main inspiration for my doll is going to be Frankenstein, or more specifically, the monster of Frankenstein. There's also a few other influences. The Bride of Frankenstein is also an influence, as well as Frankie Stein from Monster High. You might even consider this doll a Frankie Stein redesign. They themselves have had multiple redesigns, and I've loved every iteration. It should be super fun to create them in my own style. I also drew some inspiration from the anime Zombieland Saga. More specifically, the character Junko Hano. She's my favorite. Alright, now let's get to the doll. I 3D designed my own Frankenhoney. I started with the bubby face and added some Franken details. There's a scarring detail on the face, the head cap, the chest, the torso, the knee, the calf, and the arm. The scars are held together with some chunky staples. I love how gruesome it looks. I'll be painting some contrast skin tones to also make it look like they're pieced together. Alright, now let's 3D print the doll. Now let's review how everything printed. I love how the face and the head cap turned out. I made sure the scarring at the seams match up. The chest and the torso also look really great. For the arm and the leg, I'm going to paint from the seam down a different contrast color, as well as the left side of the face. This will make it look like they're all from a donor body. The right knee also has a giant scar on it to make it look like it had a knee replacement. I'll be wanting to airbrush this all on so it's a nice even color. So to do that, I'm going to mix my own paint. I'll get a jar, add some water, and then mix together a color. Once I'm happy with the color, it looks like this, a nice dead blue. Before I start airbrushing, I'm going to tape off the areas I don't want painted with some delicate painter's tape. Once everything's all taped off, I can start airbrushing. I'll do a few coats of paint, making sure it's fully dry in between each coat. Once I'm happy with the opacity and the paint is fully dry, we can peel off the tape. I love how smoothly the airbrush puts on the color. Now let's move on to the face-up. I'll be laying out the eyes with a brown watercolor pencil. I'll be using various watercolor pencils, pastels, and acrylic paint to work on the face. I'll use a black acrylic paint to do a base coat for the staples. Later on, I'll paint them silver with a different acrylic paint. Metallics often look way better if you do a base coat of black before using the actual metallic paint. Once I'm done with the face up, I'm going to gloss all of the staples with a glossy UV top coat. I'll use a smaller nail art brush than the one that's provided so I make sure my work is nice and precise. I'll also be glossing the lip and the waterline. Once that's all painted on, I'll cure it with some UV light. Then I'll move on to the body. For the body, I'll do the same process that I did on the face. Once the body is fully painted, I'm going to protect the joints with a matte UV top coat. Then I'll assemble the body off screen. Here's how they turned out. Oh my god, I love them! There's a lot of body detail that will be inevitably covered up by the outfit, but I'm okay with that. Now let's apply some lashes. As usual, I'll be using Kiss brand faux eyelashes, in the style So Real. I'll pull the eyelash off the packaging and measure it on the eye. Then I'll cut the eyelash, apply glue to the eye and to the eyelash, and apply the eyelash. Off screen, I made some eyes. I did one brown eye and one white eye. The white eye is supposed to be a blind eye. Now let's add some bandages. The bandage is made out of a cotton that I ripped at 1/4 inch. I'm adhering it to the body with a piece of double stick tape. I'll wrap it around and add some more tape to finish it. I'll do the upper arm and the hand separate so that there's still movement at the wrist. I'll do the same thing on the right ankle as well as the neck. Cool, now let's move on to the wig. I've prepped everything I need to make the wig. I've made the wig cap and painted it half black and half white. I've also made some yarn wefts with some black yarn and some white yarn. The hairstyle is also going to have pigtails. For this, I'm using some nylon wefts. I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. Once I get to this point, I'll do the center back part. Next, I'll glue on the pigtail pieces. After that, I'll add some more yarn wefts above that and blend them in. Then I'll make 2 pigtails and finish them with some ribbon. After that, I'll add some more yarn wefts above that and cut and style the hair as I go. Alright, I'll just finish up the wig off screen. Now let's make her a little accessory. Well, it's not really accessory, more like a pet. This is a poodle that I sculpted and 3D printed. I spray painted it with the black Rust-Oleum spray paint off screen as a base coat. Now we'll be zombifying it. I'll create some spots using the same paint that I used on the body. Then I'll make some staples using some craft foam, paint them silver, and gloss them. I'll finish the poodle off screen by making a leash out of chain and ribbon. Now let's move on to the outfit. The outfit's going to have a bunch of crosses all over it. I designed and 3D printed these crosses as well as spray painted them silver off screen. Now I'm going to embellish them with some black rhinestones. I'll put a rhinestone on each end of the cross as well as one in the center. Alright, now let's move on to sewing. I'll start by making a petticoat. This petticoat is made out of a lace trim that I add some rhinestones to. I'll start by gathering the top edge with 2 basting stitches. Then I'll cinch it, tie it, and attach it to a waistband. I'll put some elastic through the waistband off screen and then sew up the center back. Next, I'll move on to making the dress. I'll start by sewing the bodice. The bodice has 2 bust darts. I'll sew both bust darts and then hem the top edge. Now let's make the skirt portion. The skirt is going to be open at center front and it will have a tiered ruffle. The bottom ruffle will be finished with a lace trim. After I gather the top edge of the skirt, I'll attach it to the bodice. Then I'll press over the excess and do a top stitch along the edge of the bodice. I'll do a Velcro closure on the back off screen. This is how the dress looks so far with the petticoat underneath of it. Now let's embellish the dress with a bow, some beading, and some crosses. I'll start by sewing one giant bow at center front and embellishing it with a cross. Then I'll do 6 smaller bows along the hemline of the skirt, add some crosses, and then add some beads to the center of all of the bows. I also created 2 more ribbons, each with a cross and a bead. I'll glue them on to the base of the pigtail. And with that, the doll's complete. So here they are, here's the finished result. Oh my god, I love them so much, they're so adorable! Equal parts spooky and cute, just the way I like it. And of course I absolutely love how the poodle turned out, it's so adorable! The poodle is actually modeled after my own poodle. I'm also very happy with how the wig turned out. It's kind of this weird pigtail mullet thing and I absolutely love it. When I was actually concepting this doll, I wasn't considering them to be a Monster High redesign, but as I was making the doll, it kinda ended up that way, and I'm not mad about it. In the future, it might be fun to do the other characters from Monster High. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you'd be interested in that. Also, let me know what you guys think of Frankie Stein, or aka Frankenhoney. A customizable option for the Frankenhoney base doll is now available on www.thehoneydoll.com. Also, make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see the collab photo. Thank you so much for watching. For the rest of the video, enjoy the remainder of the photos. So here's the collab shot. From left to right, starting on the top, we have Valkitty's World, Kyro's Workshop, Moonlight Jewel, the Dolly Geek, Enchanterium, HAli Crafts, and on the bottom there's Electric Bunny, myself, Dollumentary, Hisnameisakin, Feral Dolls, and Mr. Super Customs. I had so much fun participating in this collab. Make sure to check out the videos for all the other dolls. I'll put links to everyone's channel in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!